Hello everybody, Neo here, and the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer, the final trailer that they're going to be showing before the movie, dropped last night during Monday Night Football. And I decided that today I'm going to be doing some, kind of like a breakdown and give you my opinions on it. And I have seen this before. I watched it this morning, but I had school today, so I'm doing it in the afternoon. So with that, I'm not going to talk too long. Let's just get right in the trailer and see what it's about.
It's an instinct.
Okay, so right here, at least we might see her get some kind of training. In The Force Awakens, she didn't have any training. In The Last Jedi, she just kind of practiced with the rock. So hopefully this is part of, like, a bigger montage of her training. Well, not a montage, obviously. They might, like, do a part of the movie about it. But hopefully she does get some Jedi training and just can't do it all, you know?
Feeling.
So right there, she seemed to be back on a Star Destroyer, so she might be in Jakku, or this might be like another crashed Star Destroyer on this Pisana planet, I think it's called.
The Force brought us together. We're not
Okay, so it has been a 2-year time gap between The Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker, so it looks like the Resistance is back together, and you can see Lando right there, you can see C-3PO right there, and yeah, you can just see how they've gathered a lot more troopers, and it looks like they're under the Blockade Runner or the Tantive 4. And I have seen the trailer, so I know the Tantive 4 kind of leaves the forest. So, I do hope it is the Tantive 4. I mean, sure, it might be arguable because that ship was used over 40 years ago in the A New Hope. So, this might be a new one, or it could be the original one. I hope it's the original one.
good people will fight if.
Okay, so Rose was there, Finn, Chewbacca, and Poe. So it looks like they all kind of got new uniforms. Chewbacca's looked the same for a while. It looks like Poe's got a new X-Wing because it doesn't look like it had that much orange on it, and it looks white right there. So it is a new X-Wing. I mean, the last one did get blown up in The Last Jedi, so good to see him get a new
We lead them.
Alright, and in this scene right there, you could see a little bit of the red right there, which the old Tantive 4 had, so maybe this is the original one. I do hope it is.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
So Kylo Ren did not have his helmet on right there, so maybe he chooses not to wear it, or it might get destroyed again, which will be very, very weird. Because it looks super cool with like the red cracks and stuff in it. I like that his new helmet has that, but I just don't want to see him take it off again. So right here, I think this is Emperor Palpatine's throne, since he's talking in the background. But the thing is, this looks like something that would be in the Aquaman movie, because you have like the spikes and stuff, and maybe he's like been counting the days or years with the marks, like Rey on his chair. I mean, Rey did it inside the AT-AT, but maybe like counting how many years he's been planning his final act or whatever. But the chair definitely is questionable.
Long have I waited. And now.
And so the Star Destroyer breaks out of the ice, and the question I have is, well, it's probably not ice, it could be, but I wonder, why would you build Star Destroyers underground? because it's easier to build them in space because you don't have an atmosphere. You can move parts around and stuff, but maybe the Star Destroyer is crashing through an object. I don't know, but okay, so when I saw this big array of ships, I saw a lot of familiar ones. You have the Hammerhead Corvette that was in Rogue One. You have the Millennium Falcon, obviously, and then you have the Bunker Buster kind of ship that was in The Last Jedi. And then over here, you can see...
Coming.
Here, let me back up. I didn't know it would go out of frame. So right there, you can see the Ghost. So it was also an Easter egg in the Battle of Rogue One, the space battle above the planetary shield. So the Ghost is still around. So right now, since Kanan and Hera have probably grown old by now, that's probably Ezra or Sabine. What else they got?
You're coming together. Is your undoing.
That ship right there kind of reminded me of the Ski Speeder, but it looks like it could go on water. And it obviously looked engine powered to go against the tide, because those waves did look pretty big, so. And
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir.
if C-3PO dies, I'm gonna be beyond mad. Why would they kill him? Why? There's just no reason to. Why would you kill him? I mean, obviously he is, because look how sad she is. Look how sad he is.
As my friends.
And he's roaring, so something's up. So, looks like they're infiltrating some kind of First Order thing. It's not Imperial. I can just tell because of the geometry, because you see kind of that in the new First Order Star Destroyers. And so, looks like it's Poe. Well, Poe's right there, sorry. Finn's right there, and Chewbacca's right there. So, maybe there are still some, First Order Star Destroyers left. I mean, there probably are, because in The Last Jedi, with the Supremacy, there were like 10 there or something.
Confronting fear.
They should have just let Princess Leia, pass in The Last Jedi, because now, like, they have to model what the characters do around her scenes. So that's probably gonna kind of be a mess, but...
It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
Okay, so we have a new look at the new Y-Wing. And so, if you look at this Star Destroyer, it looks like a new kind of Star Destroyer. And I'm actually just noticing this now. I didn't notice this the first 50 times I watched this trailer. But, so it looks like there's a new kind of powerful cannon. And in the one of the first trailers, you can, red gun right here, that's glowing red. And in the first trailer, on some snow planet, I don't know what it is, but it can't be Starkiller because that obviously got blown up, but like you can see this red beam shoot twice at it and it make a big explosion. So that's probably what caused it. And this might be the same planet that the Star Destroyer is breaking out of. I have no idea, but yeah, new look at the new red and white Y-Wing it's supposed to be. But yeah, I think this is either modded or a new, completely kind of Star Destroyer. Hold up. Let me find this. Why do you have horses on a Star Destroyer? Like, how did you even get them on there? Like, did you put a drop ship on there? I mean, yeah, I get you're trying to go, like, fast across, but that just seems like a bad idea. And BB-8's just kind of rolling with it. But, like, this might, like, if Poe and Finn are in some kind of Star Destroyer, First Order, or Imperial, I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm pretty confident that it is a First Order one. Looks like they're having separate kind of teams. I don't know who's leading this one. Oh, it can't be because it looks like Poe right there and Finn right there. And then I think that right there is Lando Calrissian's daughter, so. So this is the broken, I noticed this first time I watched it because of the window and the chair. This is the, oh my gosh, this is Emperor Palpatine's throne room. And yeah, the window's there, the chair's there, and it looks like they're going to have an awkward join me moment with what they had in The Last Jedi, so. It looks like Finn was about to scream Rey right there. Yep, he's screaming Rey. So Rey gets in trouble. It looks like where Kylo Ren was fighting her, so maybe Kylo Ren wins the battle. Or Rey gets severely injured. I have no idea. And it looks like they're cutting down a Knight of Ren right here. So maybe they turn on him for some reason. I was looking forward to seeing the Knights of Ren, but if they turn... So yeah, you see them cutting down what I think is one of the Knights of Ren, so they might turn on Kylo Ren in the movie, they might not, but it looks like they're working together again, which this is probably going to be before the Death Star battle. Yeah. Let's see what's left. Okay, so, zooming past the screen right there, yeah, so if you see the wings of those TIE fighters, they're kind of like in a triangle shape, and that's actually been leaked in the Episode 9 dictionary, and they're called the TIE Viper, and they kind of have like triangular wings that point forward, so maybe it's going to be like the A-Wing where they're designed to like last effort ram into stuff. I don't know, but you get a nice look at all the Star Destroyers, and look, that one has a red cannon, that one has a red cannon, so it might be a new kind of Star Destroyer. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there and right there, and this is kind of like a back shot when they're running on the Star Destroyer. I don't know why they would be trying to, like, raid a Star Destroyer, like, stand on it, because then they'd have to do it for all these other ones. I mean, look, you can see some, like, 3 miles in the distance. So, Emperor Palpatine's had a plan. He's had a big plan. I mean... there's a B-Wing right there, so we're getting a Resistance B-Wing. Good to see those make a return, but I wonder if they're going to be different, like the Y-Wing, or just have a new... Well, the Y-Wing's not that different. I mean, have like a new design or something like the X-Wings. Okay, so there's Emperor Palpatine, and what I noticed right here is that there's like a tube, and then he's got all these wires hooked up. So I wonder if like he's on life support. I mean, he kind of got thrown down the shaft in episode 6, and like the blue sparks came up, so a lot of people thought, you know, he exploded or something. But yeah, he might be on life support, or it might be a robotic chair, like in episode 1 when Newt Gunray or Emperor Palpatine's hologram is on it. It kind of like crawls, so it could be something like that, or he could be like a cyborg or something. I mean, this is Disney Star Wars, anything is possible. So yeah, you do see his chair right there. So like I said, life support, something.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Now that child's voice, I've been stumped on this the entire day. Even during school, I'm like, oh my gosh, who's the voice? I thought it was Anakin at first, like episode 1 Anakin, but I think I'm wrong on that. And then it hit me. What if it's the broom boy that at the end of the Last Jedi just grabs the broom and pulls it over to him and starts moving and like shows the ring or whatever. It could be him. Maybe he's important now. I mean, I always saw that kid going nowhere in this story because all this is happening. They're not going to go back to Canto Bight and pick him up, I mean, maybe join the Resistance, because 2-year time gap, who knows, yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, the music throughout the trailer is pretty good. If you hear it, it's kind of like it keeps getting more triumphant every second or every time you think it's gonna be like maximum. No, I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, the music was really, really good in the trailer. I'm not gonna lie, I liked the music. The scenes they chose were interesting because it did give a lot away. Emperor Palpatine is returning for sure. In the first trailer ever, they made it sound like he was just there as like a little things to get fans excited, but wouldn't really have a part. But apparently he is. Well, I mean, I kind of had a feeling he would be, but he is a big part of it. And so a lot of stuff that I thought would be kind of like a vision in the past trailers, like the big fleet of Star Destroyers, I thought that was kind of like an illusion, but it is a thing. He's been building thousands of Star Destroyers over the years. So that's, that must have taken a while. I mean, he has had 40 years if he just got right back to it after he survived the Death Star explosion, but, I hope Emperor Palpatine is on some kind of life support, because it would make zero sense if he did not. Well, I mean, he probably escaped, because it wouldn't make sense because no one really survived the explosion of the Death Star 2. So they would probably have to put him on some kind of life support, or maybe even like make him like half robotic or something, because he probably wasn't able to get on a shuttle in time. And if he was on a shuttle, well, then again, it doesn't make sense because he's either dead or alive. He can't be in the middle. He either survived and got on the shuttle, or he died with it. But he survived, so he might be fine, and it might just be some kind of special chair. So the character Rose is back. All I have to say for her is she better have a better role than she did in The Last Jedi, and not sidetrack the main characters. But if she's just as pointless as she was in The Last Jedi, that's going to be bad. And going with that, again, I hope there is no kind of side quest. I hope the story is kind of together, And it looks to be with that. When they're all on Pisana in the past trailers, they're kind of together. But yeah, the trailer was kind of enjoyable. I mean, the first time I was like, whoa, everything looks cool. But now the more that I think about it, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't really make sense. But yeah, that's kind of what I noticed and what I saw in the trailer. Thank you guys for watching. But I just felt like I should cover this because it's number 1 on trending right now, so that's big. So congratulations, Star Wars, you're on number 1 YouTube trending, and I heard that you got a ton of ticket sales, surpassed Solo apparently. But yeah, I do want to see this movie in theaters, definitely. I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan, that's what I do, and I do want to see how it turns out. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.